Well, hello, Stampers. It's the Pampered Stamper, and welcome to Stories and Stamps. Today, I have a super cute card for you, and it is totally not my original idea. I saw this card, I'd say at least a month ago, and it's a card by fellow Canadian demonstrator Lynsay Mahon. And what she did was she combined the kindest gnome paper and the amazing phrasing stamp set. So let's take a look. This is the amazing phrasing stamp set, and it is free with a $120 purchase until the end of August. So we're in the middle of summer celebration, and I really like this. It's nice. You can combine it for all kinds of things, all kinds of sayings. So we're using that stamp set, and then this paper. Now I'm in a unique situation where a lot of my stuff is in Holland now, so I've fussy cut the gnomes because even though there are dies for this, my stamp set and my dies are in Holland. So I'm just going to show you the paper because it's really beautiful. And let's see. I also fussy cut some mushrooms. You know, every kid dreams, right, about the fantasy world and being so little that you could live in a mushroom. At least I did. And so I love this paper. Beautiful forest. And then the other side of that is really fun snowflakes and cute little sayings with the scenes, not sayings. All the forest creatures. Yeah, I think I'd like to cut out a little scene like that and put it in, or maybe we could use our diorama dies. I have to order those. I don't have them yet. I don't think there's a die for the moose. That would be fun, right? We want dies for everything. Problem is they're expensive. So, get out your scissors and do a little fussy cutting. It's really not that bad. Or find a friend who likes to do it and bake some cookies for her. Some geometric trees. This is super busy. Now, I would want this paper just in a little strip somewhere because it is cute. The little gnome couple. Then we have so if you don't like this busy paper, you could do this really nice snowflake paper instead. Same thing with these mushrooms. On the other side, you have a beautiful snowflake. So I think this is really, really gorgeous paper. And yeah, I'm glad I bought another pack of it. So that's that. And then here is the saying. So it's called Storybook Gnomes. It's a whole suite. These are great ideas for cards. The catalog is always a good inspiration. Sometimes we forget, we overlook it. We're so excited to see what products there are, but I love this one. Your kindness does not go unnoticed. That's such a cute one. And they've cut out the scene there with a punch. You can also make framed artwork for Christmas. Makes great gifts. Get the whole family involved. You can use your stamps to actually save you money because I do realize that stamps are an investment. So here is the stamp set, Kindest Gnomes. And then here you can see the dies that go with it. So there is a die for 3 different gnomes, for the hat, for the big mushroom. Super, super cute. And then those gems, I have them in Holland, but not here. So I'm going to have to use different gems for my card. Okay, so we're starting with a pool party base, and it is 11 inches by 4 1/4, scored at 5 1/2. Then we have a piece of pear pizzazz, and this one is 5 1/8 by, let me think, 3 7/8. And then this is the piece of white that we're going to stamp on, and it is 3 5/8 by, let me check, 3 5/8 by 4 7/8. Okay, so we're going to get out our stamps and our stamp apparatus, and let me just have a look-see. Okay, so take your piece of white, put it tight into the corner, and then I'm going to take the woohoo. You can see I've already used that one. And you'll notice in your stamp, in your case, that it's printed on the back, so then you can see exactly for your photopolymer if you're missing any. See, so I'm missing these 2 because I've already taken them out. One is for my project for next week, and one is for today. So next week I'm going to be making a little box with the same set to go with it. So, all right, so the woohoo is going to go right up here. And I'm going to stamp that in pool party. So it probably moved just a little bit. Let's tuck it back into the corner nice and tight. And pool party, where are you? Here we go. So, and the nice thing about using the Stamparatus is that if it's not dark enough the first go round, I can stamp it again. Just let it fall, give it a press. And that looks quite good, but if I want it to be a little bit darker, I'll give it another layer of ink. There. Nice. So that's the woohoo. Oh, and here, while I get my chamois out, these are the gems that I'm going to be using. Those are the in color ones, so it's not quite the same. Maybe I won't use it because look now how the difference in the color is. This is our Tahitian Tide, and that's Pool Party. The Pool Party has a little bit more green, so I'm going to wait to see what my card is finished, and then maybe I will do it. We will see. Okay, now, oh goodness, I knew this was going to happen. I put the other stamp away that I needed, and now I can't find it. That is the way it works. Oh, I found it. So here we go, and this says, woohoo, you did it. And I want to do the you did it in Parapizzazz. There. Today, I'm going to go out and get some Dawn dish soap and see if I can clean my Stamparatus, see if it works. I had scrubbed them clean because they were kind of dirty. I don't know why, they had some glue on it, and anyway, and now they're all cloudy. Okay, that's dark enough, I think. Woohoo, you did it. And now I'm going to take my blending brushes and I'm going to do a little blending for the background. Now, I'm going to get a notebook because I don't want to make a mess on my nice background. So I think we're going to do with Parapizzazz on the bottom and then go off. So there, and then a little bit of Pool Party. Oh, this is no edge to go off of here. I'm just hovering lightly. I don't want to get a blob. Okay, so we just didn't want a really white corner there. I think that looks quite good. Okay, now I have cut some things out, and you know me, they are now hiding. So we're going to start assembling our card. So a little liquid adhesive on the back of our Pool Party piece. No, our Parapizzazz piece. The story today is I'm going to be going to my daughter Stephanie's. She moved to Chatham, so now I have 2 kids living in Chatham, and she is due just a couple days after our wedding. So today she needs to go and pick up the birthing pool. She's going to have her baby at home. She's had them all at home. She's actually delivered her own babies because the first time the midwife turned around and Steph just gave birth. And the second time the midwives were stuck in a snowstorm. Okay, so I have the woohoo, you did it. And maybe I'm going to put it on now, sure. And I did find my pieces, so that's good. But anyway, so Stephanie is picking up her birthing pool, and I'm going over there to babysit because Clementine is being toilet trained. And you know, when you're toilet training a little one, you don't want to go out. You want to pee in the car seat or anything. So I'm getting a little time with the littles before I go to Holland. So look how nice that's looking. The color coordination is great. And now we have our mushroom and our gnome, which I've already fussy cut. How cute is that? And then Lynsay had a little greenery thing here from the gnome dies, but I don't have them here. So I decided to use my tree lot dies. These are free with a $120 purchase as well, but they sold out. Now I have extra ones, but I'm not allowed to sell them yet. But if you're interested, message me, okay? And I will put you on a list. so that when I'm allowed to sell them, you'll be on my list. And so I made a little tree out of that, and I did a 2-layer one. So we'll put the tree together first. And what you need is a silicone mat, a sponge, a blue sponge. You see, I keep them in a Ziploc bag, and a little bit of adhesive. Don't need much because it's just a little tree. And so I'm going to take the sponge, flatten the glue, and then daub it right on my tree. There. And now it's nice and sticky, but it's not going to ooze anywhere. So I'm just going to layer that over top. And it really is an adorable little tree. Okay, so now we're going to put our scene together, and we're almost done. So the mushroom's going to go flat, and we'll pop up the gnome, and I think maybe the tree. So there is the mushroom, and the gnome is going to have a couple of dimensionals there. And so you don't, this did not take a lot of stamping. This would be a lot of fun. If you cut out the gnomes ahead of time, you could make a lot of cards with this. So now I'm just going to lay the tree on flat, and I think that's what I want to do because I want the illusion that the gnome is standing ahead of his little domain. And then we'll add a few gems. And so usually when I buy things from Stampin' Up, I used to buy a little bit of this and a little bit of that. And now my focus is I get the whole suite. Then I have everything I need to make a cute card. Look how nice that is. There, it's got a little tree in front of his home. Doesn't have to be a Christmas tree, it's just a tree. Isn't that super cute? So now let's see if these gems will work. I think so. Let's get a little, yeah, that works just fine. And the little guy, and I like to do it in 3s. And they do slightly, they're slightly ombre with the lightest one at the top and the darkest one at the bottom. Unless I'm just fooling myself, but that's kind of the idea. Oh, there's a smudge up here, so I'm going to put one right there on my smudge. I did my makeup this morning, so it's probably just a little bit of foundation left on my fingers. So here we have our card, and I didn't finish the inside. Maybe we should do that. That's always nice, isn't it? So a super easy way to finish the inside of your card is to use a little strip of leftover pattern paper. And before I do that, I would really like it if you clicked on the red subscribe button so you can subscribe to my YouTube channel. Leave a comment and share if you really want to be nice. So here I have the paper, and see how there's just a few little gnome heads. I don't want to cut off my gnomes because I want to save them. So what I'm going to do is carefully put this in here and just cut off a little strip that saves my gnome. There, that'll work. And now my inside is, let's have a look. So you've got this cute little thing. It's 4 inches by 5 1/4. So I want to get to the 5 1/4 mark. And you know what? That edge is a little bit crooked. I'm going to go this way. 5 1/4. There. It's almost wedding time, people. 2 weeks. So exciting. There. See? So that's all it is. Just a little strip of paper, and then I'm not going to stamp in the inside because I don't know yet. I might not stamp at all. It's going to be woohoo, you did it. So it's going to be congratulate, yeah, something. It's nice to be acknowledged. People really want to be seen these days in a really real way other than just a social media like or thumbs up, you know? There. And then we'll put it in the inside of the card. Just little, just something cute, nothing big. If I had my stamps, I'd stamp a little gnome in the inside, and maybe I could just, I could cut another one out and put it in the middle. Oh, got a little dimensional backing. So yeah, but I don't have one cut out, and I don't want to make you suffer through the cutting out of a gnome. you know what? I can show you one I have cut out for next week's project. See how cute that is for the inside? How adorable. Anyway, thank you so much for joining me today. Let me go back to me. All right. Yeah, it's been wonderful to have you here. I love doing these videos with you. I'm a Stampin' Up! Demonstrator in Canada, but I'm also a Stampin' Up! Demonstrator in the Netherlands. So whether you live in Canada or you live in Europe, you can shop with me. And underneath my video, there's always links. There's a little description about the card, and then there's links for how you can get the products if you want to make these at home. And I would say that the paper is out of the mini catalog. And in the past, and with the shortage of everything in the world today and the shipping nightmares, if you see something that you really love, don't procrastinate. Get it before it's gone. And I'm not saying this as a sales trick or gimmick. I'm just telling you to avoid disappointment. If you really love something in the mini catalog, order it now. Okay? Anyway, have a super day and happy stamping. Bye.